Hi, so I wanted to go ahead and create a video showing you how to create templates or shells that you can use in your courses so that you don't have to make each page from scratch over and over. Also, creating these templates enable consistency, which can be quite helpful for students. So here we go. Let's see. And please understand, I'm a novice at this, so this is just one person who took a course and this is what she learned, but I'm sure there is a different way or potentially a better way, but here's just what I learned. So I'm using just a empty kind of shell course that can be used over and over again. If you scroll down in your navigation on the left column, you should find Multitool. If you don't find that link, remember you can always go to settings and then you can go to navigation and you can enable any of these that you want. So you might have Multitool down here in the disabled section that you want to enable and put it up there, or reverse. You might find that you have some sections up here that you don't use, some tools up here that you don't use that you can then go ahead and move down and disable. But anyway, so if you don't have it, that's okay. Go to settings and enable it by moving it up into the higher bracket. The top bracket is the one that's saying that you can use it, that it's allowed. But moving out of that and going back to where I was, which is Multitool. So if you click into Multitool, this is what opens up. I find that the template builder and the module builder are quite helpful for the consistency that I was talking about, but you can use some of these other tools as well. So if you go into template builder, that's how you can create certain assignments that then will have a consistency. So go to template builder, and then if you scroll down to where it says templates, this will allow you to create a template that you can then, it's not that it'll always be a carbon copy, you just start out with this template page that then you can fill in. So let's say you want to create a template assignment shell. I already have one and I'll show you my finished product, but let's create another one. So just give it a name. So you can do these templates for assignments, for discussion pages, for quizzes. So let's say you want to do it for assignment. So I'm going to call this assignment shell, and because I already have one, I'm going to call it assignment shell number 2. Okay. And then you go over here and you say, yes, I want to click the create template assignment. So you click it and it drops down into existing. But even though it's existing, it's empty. So you want to then click on it. So I'm going to click on my assignment shell number 2 that I just created. It'll now open up a blank, normal looking assignment page. What you want to do then is you want to click on the starship. The rocket over here, it says launch design tools, and this is where you can really create some fun stuff, and it formats it nicely, and it's just easier to use. But I mean, you can always just do your own that you've always done. But if you go on the rocket, it then drops down and offers you these other tools. So then you say, okay, well, I got to start by creating content. So you're going to click on the Create Edit Content drop down. And from there, it's always nice to start with an image, I find, so you don't have to. But if you want to start with an image, you go to Choose a Banner Image. So it has some already preloaded. I don't know if I'm in the way here. Let me move myself over. It has some already preloaded banners that you're free to utilize. Although I find myself, I always like to use my own, but that's completely up to you. These were some course images that I've used in the past. I particularly like this one. It says assignment alert, just because it lets them know, hey, yeah, this is an assignment that you're going to have to actually complete and create. So it's going to tell me, okay, I have a problem. That's an easy fix. You click on the accessibility checker person, and then you just say what it is. And this is an assignment alert. Oopsie. I'll get there. Okay. And now it says, yay, you've done it correctly. Okay. So there's lots of options here. So then I've got my image up there now, which is nice. I've got an assignment alert image, but let's say I want to do something kind of nice to it. You can go ahead and go to customize your banner text. Nope, that wasn't it. Hold on one second. Customize the style. There it is. Go down to customize the style, and then you can have some fun with it. So click on what you want to customize the style after you've clicked on it, and you can change the shape of it, which is kind of fun. If you want to play with it, make it like an oval or extended oval, not oval, and back to a square, have it shaded and dark behind it, whatever you want to do. It'll kind of mess around with it. You can also change the alignment of it and etc. You can change the size of it and etc. So you have lots of options. Just feel free to do whatever interests you. But anyway, okay, so that's how you've got that in there. How about we do some more? Let's add some actual content to this, right? So if you go over to add content blocks, it actually has some preloaded ones, which can make it really pretty easy. So you could say, okay, yes, I want an assignment overview so that I can go ahead and fill in a description of what my assignment's going to be about. And then, okay, I want to give directions. So I want to tell them here, step by step, I want you to do A, B, and C. And then, you know what, I also want to provide in there some grading and feedback content in there, because I want to explain, I want to be transparent and provide a rubric or at least some sort of idea about when they're going to get the feedback. And I love how they have these prompts here that can kind of help you to fill it out. So let's say I liked all of that. I can get back out of here at that point, and then I can see what this looks like. These little dots over here are kind of nice. I always find that this window is so small that they provide you to view whatever it is you're working on. So if you just move that up and down, click on it and move it, it allows you a bigger space, a bigger window to see. So let me move myself over here again. So now this is what it looks like. Okay, it tells them, hey, wait, there's an assignment and here's what you're going to do. And here are the actual step-by-step directions and when it's due. And then here's the grading and feedback section. And then I can also, in my template, let's say that my assignments are predominantly 10 points. Well, then I can go ahead and assign it an automatic 10 points, and that saves me some extra steps. Let's say all of these assignments that I'm building right now are lab assignments. They don't have to be. I can just put them into anything, whatever you normally would do. But let's say they're all lab assignments. Well, that makes it pretty easy too. I want them usually at points, so I'll put it at points. And again, any of this, after you've used it, you can change it, you can alter it, but this is like a starting out point. How do I want to submit it? Well, I want it submitted online, and I want it as a file upload, and I don't want to restrict it. That's fine. And then I don't want to put the due dates because those are all going to be different. So there you go. I have where it's going to go, how much it's worth, how they're turning it in, and I have a kind of overview layout that I can have consistently. Once you get all that, you say, oh, yes, I'd like to keep this, so save it and publish it. And it's now saved. So that when you go and you want to create a module and you want to put an assignment in your modules, this makes it far easier. So let's say I'm in week 5 and I want to add in that, which I just created. I can say, hey, add in the, oh, nope, we're on number 2, assignment shell number 2, and add that in, and it automatically adds it in. Now, once it's in there, I can go into it and I can edit it and I can alter it, and it won't alter my template. It'll alter just this assignment. Okay, so I can go in and I can edit it and it'll change just this one, so that I can just go back to my modules and I can say, you know what, I've planned out my first 5 weeks, and I know I'm going to have something like 2 assignments in week 1. I'm going to have 1 in number 2. I'm going to have like 3 assignments in number 3. Who knows what you're going to do, but you could fill it all out and then individualize each one. That's what you can do afterwards. Just to kind of show you some of the other ones that I've done. But like I said, I'm just a novice, so don't fall in love with any of this. Let's see, I can go here. Some of the other ones that I've done are for, let me show you the finished assignment shell one that I did. It's very similar to the one I just did right now. So assignment alert and the assignments. You can also provide examples. That's in that block 2, assignment directions and grading and feedback. So there's that. I've also done ones for discussion boards. Let's see. Sorry, I am navigating this pretty well. Template builder. It wouldn't allow me the arrow back, which would be super convenient. Okay, how about my discussion? I think this is relatively what I use. Let's see. Yeah, I just thought that was interesting to have that little picture to say, hey, this is a discussion, and I can already pre-put in there, I want you to have your initial post and then your peer replies, a discussion again, directions for the initial post, directions for the reply. It has this netiquette section that it automatically puts in there, which is really nice, and then your grading and feedback and etc. And so anyway, I hope that you found that helpful. That was a 10-minute video on how to do a template builder in Canvas. And again, you just use that rocket ship and you use the multi-tool. It also has a really nice feature in the multi-tool of doing the module builder, which is really convenient and helpful. So if you want to play around with that, I would suggest it. I hope that you found this useful. Thank you. Next time.